Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is RIKA Life. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventures in yarn and crochet. Today, as always, I have lots to share with you. Before we get started, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I finally started working on a mandala pattern. I have a few saved, and today I was like, today's the day. I just want to start something new. So I had kept aside in a bag all of my, one weight and perhaps 2 weight yarns. So where's the bag? Oh, of course it's behind me now. So it is behind me, but I have Red Heart, it's a wrap rainbow. And I have some Hobby Lobby's, what's it called? Rainbow Rhapsody, I think. There's different colors in that as well. So I started working on a mandala. I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to share with you some details. So first of all, this is the yarn that I am using. Red Heart, it's a wrap rainbow, okay? This is a super fine 1 weight. It recommends a G 4mm hook. It is 623 yards or 570 meters. It is 55% acrylic, 45% cotton, 5.29 ounces or 150 grams. So this is the color Sea Glass. Okay, so it has blues and greens in it. Very, very beautiful. And there are 4 threads here that are not really spun together. They're just hanging out. So one tip I can give you right off the bat is if you're working with a 1 weight yarn like this and you find it splitting, you can put a bead on it. Now I have not tried this yet, but I've heard this advice from many people now, so I thought I would share it and pass it along. So now getting to what I'm making, I just started on this mandala. This is not my own pattern. Let me just hold it up so you can see just how small it is. It's pretty small. And I am using a USG 4mm hook. This is a Susan Bates hook that I love using. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this pattern. So I came across this, I don't know where. I feel like I came across it somewhere and then followed the links. So this pattern is by Breann and her blog is called Hooked on Homemade Happiness. Okay. Now I will link this all down below, but when you do go to her website, you will see a few things at the top. There are free crochet patterns, of which she has wearables, blankets, babies and kids, seasonal accessories for the home, amigurumi and appliques, and crochet stitches. I have not yet gone through all of that. I have only been under the crochet alongs subheading under blanket crochet along. So when you go into blanket crochet along, you will see what she calls Mandala Blanket Crochet Along 2025. Now this pattern has 10 parts to it and I have just made a start on part 1. Now she's done it in some beautiful worsted weight yarn. She's used 3 different colors. I of course am using this. So this is just a color changing yarn with long transitions. So it's starting off with navy blue mixed with light blue, and then it goes into greens, and then it'll go into green with lime green. Okay, now I don't know how far I'm going to get because I'm using a 1 weight. This is very, very light, and I've never made one with this weight that was, that big. I've never done one that big. That's a whole undertaking, but I've never done one that big. So let's see how far I get. Now, her website is very, very nice. So she has, if you go under each part, you will see the full PDF pattern on there. And there are also videos. So if you are not comfortable enough yet to read a pattern, you can follow along with her YouTube tutorial. I will try to link both in the description below if I can remember to do so. And I just wanted to also mention that under the crochet along heading, it said crochet along for a cause. And when I clicked on that, the first thing that came up was a Trinity beanie crochet pattern. And it looks so, so beautiful. It reminds me of some of my hats that I've designed. It reminded me of my Dreamy Beanie, which was the first hat that I designed. That is here on my channel, and there is a written pattern available on my Ravelry. So I really would love to make this pattern. She had made this as part of a crochet along, the crochet along for a cause. And I look forward to going through that and also making that hat. In case you don't know, I am back to making hats for donations. So I'm always looking for great patterns. And it looks like this one is done with a worsted weight yarn. I think so. Looks to be so. Wow, there's some really beautiful hats here. Okay. So, wow. Okay. This will keep me busy for a while. These are really, really beautiful. Trinity Beanie. It's a free crochet pattern. I'm just going down to see. Yes, so she used worsted weight acrylic yarn. She used I Love This yarn and a 5mm hook. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. I found a couple of different hat patterns here, and I think I will definitely like to work on this. So I'm going to save that, and yeah, I will be working on that. So yes, aside from the mandala I just showed you, I also took out the other color of It's a Wrap Rainbow that I have. Actually, I have 3 colors. This is the other color called Fiesta. And this has blue, green, orange, and red. Okay. And again, all the same stats as the one that I just showed you. Now, this one has solid blue, then it's blue with green, then it's green with orange, then it's orange, then it's red with orange, and then finally just red. So, I mean, for this, I actually have more than one cake. So I have 2 cakes, and I am thinking of holding them together. And I have been listening to a few people. I think this came from, oh my gosh. I think it came from Lisa over at Happy to Hook Creations. She was talking about a Downton Abbey Dowager shawl, which is available on Premier Yarn's website. So I have looked at the pattern and saved it, and I'm planning to hold 2 yarns together. So I've already kind of made a slip knot with them just to make it a little bit thicker because it's very, very fine. So for one strand, they recommend to use a G hook. But for 2 held together, I might even go up to an H5mm hook and see how that goes. I also was on YouTube today and I saw that Crystal over at Bago de Crochet, she posted a new, I think, blanket pattern. It said something like easy 1 row repeat. And I love those. I love those easy stitches that you can just memorize and just make a whole blanket with. So I'm going to be looking at that. I decided to record this video impromptu because I saw that Rose over at Rose Likes Crochet had a new video. Juan the Yarn Addict had a new video, and I was like, hey, I want in on the fun too. So that's why I decided to just quickly record this video and keep you up to date on what's happening in my world. I am going to be working on this mandala. I'm going to be working on this new shawl, and I'm hoping that the shawl will kind of become a more mindless pattern that I can just sit and work on. And then I have 3-star blankets that are done with mandala gradient yarn, and I have 3 that are outstanding. Aside from that, I have a hexagon cardigan that I had started with mandala gradient as well in a blue color. Now, I only had 3 cakes of that, so that's not going to be adult size. That will be sized for my daughter who is 8 years old. Excuse me. I'm recording this in the evening. I'm getting tired. It's almost 8 p.m. here. So yes, so that hexagon cardigan will be child sized unless I decide to like frog all of that, but that's so much work. So I think I'll just keep it child size. I don't know about a border for that. Oh, so another thing. Someone at my husband's work, she asked if I could help her restore a blanket. She has a blanket that her mother had made a while ago that is now unraveling. First of all, her mother does not live close to her, and second of all, her mother is suffering from dementia. So she won't be able to get any help on that end. So she's asked me if I could help, and I did get a few pictures of the blanket. So my suggestion to her was if I could, of course, I can't find an exact match for that blanket, but if I could find a similar texture and a similar color, my thought was I could actually make a border. So I could just make a new border for the blanket. That way, whatever part was unraveling, I could just, stop the unraveling and stitch around it. The picture that I got, the stitch that was there, I didn't recognize it, but it kind of reminded me of, what is that? Like a bean stitch. That's what it reminded me of when I saw the unraveling part. But in any case, hopefully that can work. Hopefully now, this is a time I would have really, really enjoyed being able to go to Joann's and been able to go through their 5 or 6 aisles of yarn that my Joann's used to have, and take the blanket with me or take a piece of the blanket with me and try and find a match in color and texture, all of that. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So I might be doing that with Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Otherwise, I have ordered yarn online from a variety of places, but I wouldn't be able to know if it's the same texture. I wouldn't be able to know if it's a similar color just by looking at it online. So yeah, yarn companies, we would love to see things in person. It really is an inspiration to be able to see things physically, touch them, hold them, compare them. Online, everything is great, but I don't feel it's sufficient for something like this. And I really do want to help out this lady and help her to restore a blanket that her mother had made years ago. So those are just some of my thoughts. I'm missing my store. I made a post the other day that I'm not okay because that became into a weekly routine for me. That was a weekly highlight when I would just make an impromptu trip and say, okay, it's time to go to Joann's. Let's see what's in store. Let's see what's new. Let's see what colors are there. Let's see what's on trend right now. And now I don't have that opportunity. It was really one of my favorite stores. So yeah, anyhow, I am looking forward to receiving my yarn orders from Hirschner's. I received emails that it has shipped and it should reach here on the weekend. So hopefully my Monday video, Monday or Tuesday, I guess, will be me showing you some of that yarn. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.